A deadly shooting involving a U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement (ICE) agent in Minneapolis on January 7, 2026, has drawn intense public scrutiny after new cell phone and bystander videos were widely shared online. The footage, including cell phone video from the scene and perspectives from agents, has amplified a heated debate over the use of force by federal immigration officers and the narrative surrounding the incident. The woman killed in the shooting has been identified as Renee Nicole Good, a 37-year-old Minneapolis resident and mother of 3. Videos captured by bystanders show ICE officers approaching her SUV, which was parked partially in the street during a large federal immigration enforcement operation in South Minneapolis. As agents demanded she exit the vehicle, she attempted to drive away. A third officer then fired multiple shots into the driver's side of the SUV at close range, and Good was later pronounced dead at a hospital. Another cell phone video, reportedly taken from the perspective of the agent who fired, shows officers circling the vehicle and Good's wife recording the encounter before the shots were fired. In the footage, Good can be heard saying, "That's fine, I'm not mad at you." Shortly before the fatal shooting, the incident unfolded quickly and has led to sharply contrasting interpretations of what led to the use of deadly force. Federal authorities, including the Department of Homeland Security, have defended the agent's actions, claiming Good weaponized her vehicle and posed an imminent threat to officers, a characterization echoed by some national political figures. They have described the shooting as a justified act of self-defense. Local officials and witnesses strongly dispute that account. Minneapolis Mayor Jacob Frey has publicly rejected the self-defense narrative, stating that the video does not show Good attempting to harm the officers and calling the federal explanation bullshit. Witnesses have described the shooting as unnecessary and excessive, and some have said emergency medical help was delayed or obstructed at the scene. The shooting has triggered protests and vigils in Minneapolis and concerns nationwide, with activists and community members condemning the use of lethal force during an immigration operation that was already deeply controversial. Critics have pointed to the broader context of aggressive immigration enforcement actions, while supporters of federal law enforcement argue officers face dangerous situations that sometimes necessitate split-second decisions. The FBI has taken the lead in investigating the shooting, with local law enforcement agencies, including the Minnesota Bureau of Criminal Apprehension, initially involved before being told they would no longer have access to key evidence. The shifting investigative control has raised further questions about transparency and accountability in the case. The controversy over the Minneapolis shooting has entered the national conversation about federal immigration policy, law enforcement use of force, and civil liberties. Analysts note that differing interpretations of the available video, including whether the vehicle posed a genuine threat, reflect broader political polarization on issues of policing and federal authority. As the investigation continues, the release of additional footage and statements from both critics and supporters of ICE's actions ensure that the incident will remain in public debate, with major questions about law enforcement practices and accountability still unresolved.